WMMS.
216-578-1007 if you want to join us live. We're 800-348-1007. 35192. Send me a text there. Guardians in Chicago tonight. You know, normally I would join the chorus of people make fun of my beloved Chicago White Sox as the Guardians will start the first of 3 tonight there at Guaranteed Rate Field. But the White Sox are on a hot streak. And you might say, well, too little, too late. They are on a hot streak. They have won twice in about 10 days. So things are looking up. Can anybody say October ball in Chicago?
No.
Okay. White Sox, well, they beat Boston last night. That's something.
Good.
Red Sox are a good team, boy. The sun even shines on a dog's ass once in a while. But the Guardians will start up against the White Sox tonight. That is a 7:40 first pitch here on WMMS. You can also listen on the iHeartRadio app. Guardians will come home this weekend. They've got the 4 games against the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard really that many people talking about it. In fact, I don't know that I've heard one single person talking about it, Bill, that the Cleveland Browns lost yesterday.
Oh, they did? I hadn't heard.
Now, is this a case? I know it's been gone over like a fine-toothed comb by the time we come on the air, but this is when I start talking to people, and this is when I start asking questions.
Ask away.
Is this week 1 overreaction? I mean, you go to USA Today, and every team has their own columnists and things like that. In USA Today Sports, there's a thing called the Browns Wire, and their article was, pull the plug before it's too late. And I'm like, okay, well, listen, it's week 1. I don't know what people expect. But I don't know.
People expect a team that looks like it's played football before.
Is that what it was?
And that's not what they got yesterday.
The Browns were the only one of my 4 teams that lost. My Bears won, the Lions won, and the Steelers won. Those are my other 3 teams. Browns lost. I kind of would peek in every so often. I was running around doing stuff yesterday, so I would just Google the Browns game on my phone and see where they were. And it looked like they weren't anywhere from the jump.
I have a whole setup going. I have two screens going. I put the Browns game on one. I put the Red Zone on the other. Mostly paying attention to Red Zone because of fantasy football and things like that. And the Browns game just wasn't very exciting either. Mm-hmm. I mean, every time I would look over, first of all, Tom Brady, not good broadcasting.
Well, they need to give him some room. I mean, he's got to get his legs like everybody else. Listen, Tom Brady has never been a charismatic guy.
That's what I'm saying.
They need to be like, he's an amazing quarterback. Why does he suck on TV? All right. First, those 2 things have nothing to do with each other.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, he's just getting going in broadcasting.
Right.
So I say,
but there's other guys
Brady
that have
find
been,
his thing.
That like Greg Olson, great.
Tony Romo,
Tony Romo's great.
Sure.
There's so many guys that come in and are just perfect for the broadcast booth. Tom Brady's going to have to get better.
Yes,
he's going to have to work at it.
Yep,
it's not a natural thing for him.
People forget how wooden he is in real life.
Yeah, plastic in the face.
Has he had work done, or is that just something that they
weird.
Goof on him in the roasts?
I don't know. He looks weird.
Yeah.
And then you got the game was just Deshaun Watson doesn't look like a good quarterback.
Okay.
He just does not look good. He did not, and
he hasn't been playing much either.
He hasn't been playing much, but that's the thing is, he should still look better. His dad passed away this weekend, so that was probably on his mind. There was a lot of things against him. He didn't play any at all during the preseason.
Yep.
The line was injured. There's a lot of things against him. But
he was worried he was going to get Tyreek Hill on the way home.
That was ridiculous. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't look like a capable quarterback anymore.
Right.
And that's.
But all these articles that are being written is like, it's time to cut the cord. It's like, they're not going to eat that much money.
I mean, you can bench him. You can put him on the bench. But Jameis Winston, I mean, the thing, they had Joe Flacco.
I know.
and they didn't want to re-sign Joe Flacco.
Baker Mayfield threw 4 touchdowns yesterday for Tampa Bay.
289 yards, looked great. But again, he also played against the best, or one of the best defenses in the NFL. And, I just don't see him turning it around. This is just purely from a football standpoint. He doesn't seem to work with the offense that they're trying to run.
Okay.
And I don't. And but like you said, there's nothing they can do about it because it's a fully guaranteed contract.
And they got a lot of good guys out there in the field, man, who are ready to play some football. Yeah. So, all right. Okay.
So,
well, I didn't. I didn't.
But he ain't going anywhere.
I didn't have both of my hands in it. So when I saw people writing those kinds of
even more disappointing.
Your LA Chargers.
No, they won, but I'm not even. I didn't really worry about that. Kind of out on them too.
Who's your team this season?
I said I don't have a team.
Oh, okay.
I'm a man that just is. I just like football.
Yeah, okay.
I just like football.
Yeah.
You know that picture of Rob Lowe wearing the NFL hat?
Yes, that's you.
me.
You're Rob Lowe in an NFL logo hat.
And we get confused for each other all the time too. Everyone's like, "Is that Rob Lowe?" Oh wait, no, that's a 400.
I was watching The Floor the other night, and I was like, "Oh my God, when did Bill start doing this?" He didn't apprise me of this development.
So I'm very just enjoying the NFL for what it is. Fantasy was good for me yesterday. Had 3 of my 4 teams won, and whoopsie, her picks ended up pretty good.
Yeah,
she went 4-1. She lost the Rams-Lions game in overtime, and if she had won that game, I would have won $450.
Did you win? Oh, you had a parlay.
I had a parlay.
You didn't win any.
Well, I did a few other just single game stuff. So I won like $20.
Right.
So I'm not in the hole.
Yeah. Well, I got a call about Whoopsie, by the way.
Hey, it's Jimbo from Alamogordo. Whoopsie is amazing. I'm quitting my job. I'm going to become a professional gambler. Keep them coming, Whoopsie. Hate the show.
See?
Yeah, 4-1 is not bad at all.
No, for a dog.
And I had a lot of people like, oh, she's going to go. She might win one game or but 4-1 is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And that Rams-Lions game could have gone the other way. It was an overtime game. There was a little bit of clock mismanagement by Sean McVay that I think ended up helping the Lions quite a bit.
Okay. Well, and our buddy David Njoku is out.
Yeah, he got
friend
hurt.
of the show, David Njoku. Right. They said he got a high ankle sprain. Now, this is why you're not supposed to smoke pot before football.
No, Alan, that's not.
I'm sorry?
It's not no. He didn't sprain his ankle while he was high.
Oh. I was going to say, what? You want to talk about time mismanagement? Oh, my goodness. A high ankle sprain. I'm sure we've talked about this before because I'm not that bright. How high does the ankle go? I'm sure we've talked about this before.
I think the high ankle sprain is...
That's called the knee.
No, it's the upper part of the... There's the lower ankle where it connects to the foot, and then the ankle where it...
connects to the leg.
To the
tibia
to the
and the fibula?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, around there. And I think those are more serious when it's a high ankle sprain. It's or that might not even be it. It might even be the grade of sprain. Like a high grade sprain, low grade sprain.
Oh.
I don't know.
Boy, there's so many things.
I just started talking.
It all made sense to me. Yeah. Again, you're talking to somebody who doesn't know anything. This is all very, very. There's so many ways for an elite athlete to hurt themselves.
Right.
Angel Reese on My Chicago Sky, WNBA.
She gone.
Out for the rest of the season. Season-ending injury. Last shot she made drained a 3, and then ouch, down goes Frazier. And that's all she wrote. So the high ankle sprain, also known as the syndesmotic ankle sprain, of course, we knew that, injury to ligaments. So he's going to be out for 6-7 games then. That's what they said.
I thought they classified him as week to week or
no, not
day-to-day.
from something like that. Right, day to day.
That's the report I saw was that he was day to day.
I know they want to get these guys back out there, and they're mad that he was high, but I mean, come on.
That's not,
I'm sorry.
He was not.
Oh, that's not what it was? I like the video you sent me about the Browns fans.
Oh, man.
Cleveland.com just stood outside the stadium with a microphone and let
after the
people
game
talk.
and let people say what they had to say.
Rant about it, yeah.
Right now, Watson is trash until you show something. Watson, you're trash.
We paying you all this money to do that? That's not acceptable.
Right. I would love to have Flacco right now. Where is he? Is he busy?
Where is he? Where did the score can't beat the Cowboys? I'm going to burn this Watson jersey. Go ahead and put that on the news.
I mean, I still have hope. I have hope, but...
I don't got no hope as long as Deshaun Watson's my quarterback.
I ain't got no hope as long as Deshaun Watson.
Put this on the news. People don't even know who they're talking to. There's just a microphone there.
I mean, they see the Cleveland.com little thing on the microphone. Don't they got that?
No. Yeah, but I think when they say there's a camera, put this on the news, they think they're talking to Channel 3 or something.
Oh,
yeah, well, listen, that's when you get people at their most vital after a game.
Yeah.
Were the Cowboys supposed to be an easy win?
No, not at all.
Oh, well,
Cowboys
that kid
are a
was like,
good
you
team.
can't beat the Cowboys. That's what I thought. But that kid goes, you can't beat the Cowboys? I didn't know what he was talking about.
I mean, it's a home game, so you're hoping that that's going to be a thing. But the Cowboys had a very good defense last year. The Cowboys are a great regular season team. Playoffs, they can't get it done. And Dak Prescott got a contract extension right before the game.
Oh, my God. They rolled out the comically large check for him.
Dude, they gave him $231 million guaranteed to make sure that he was the highest paid guarantee money of all time over Deshaun Watson.
Sure.
Like they're like, oh, I'll give you $1 million more than Deshaun Watson just so you have that title.
It's like a Jeopardy final.
Yeah.
We need to go downfield. We need a better quarterback. Baker boiled out today. I know nobody wants to hear that.
You want to put the stadium in Brook Park, right? What is it going to come with? What level of sadness you want to pick? Would you like to cry? Would you like tears with that? We're tired of it.
Their offensive line is bad. Watson looks really, he's like Brandon Weeden, but slightly faster.
Deshaun Watson is one of the worst quarterbacks we've ever had. And as Browns fans, we've seen a lot of bad quarterback play.
that was a pretty sad game.
We're Cleveland!
They have her on again because that dude keeps putting his face there. Big Lots Dave Bautista keeps sticking his melon in there and yelling, and the yelling melon. I believe
Okay,
that's
you
what
were
they
right.
called him.
I think so. The report I saw was earlier, but yeah, it's out 6 to 8 weeks probably for David Njoku. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it is.
We don't like Deshaun Watson.
Hey, I like Deshaun. I just think he needs some
There's
reps.
a guy in a Batman costume. Like, what is happening? I love people who have the costumes that I know it. I guess it's spooky season too, but the people who have costumes have nothing to do with the team unless there's a Batman tie-in with the Cleveland Browns that I'm unfamiliar with.
Nick Chubb is a huge Batman fan.
Well, we're all huge Batman fans.
I think that's probably the stretch that he's making. It's like, well, if Nick Chubb sees me dressed as Batman, maybe he'll wave at me.
Oh, he'll wave at me. I understand.
Hasta la vista, baby! Nick Chubb touchdown!
I mean, it was many years ago at one of your Halloween parties where, of course, my costume was Batman Zell.
Very funny.
Yes, his
clever. Now,
his
Alan, I
first
know
year.
you've been hitting the gym.
Yes.
The Browns only have one other tight end on their roster. They're going to have to make a move. Do you think you could take that tight little end of yours?
I am the tightest
and
of
try
ends.
out for the
I
Browns?
am a tight end. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know what I would do in a football capacity. And I would like my end to remain as tight as it has been.
You'd block other players.
This morning was a squat day, so I'm especially tight today.
Yeah, and then you'd catch passes. You're blocking and catching passes.
I can definitely catch passes, but
All right.
these are massive, massive human beings that are coming at me too. To try, as I understand it, to see to it that I can't catch that pass.
Maybe you can.
In fact, to come through and try to thwart my efforts to catch that pass. Right? The other guys on the
when
team.
David Njoku was in here, he's only like a foot and a half taller than you. He's like got 100 pounds of muscle.
I was going to say 150 pounds.
You think you can't hang with that?
No.
You got to believe in yourself, Alan.
I mean, I do believe in myself. In a very limited capacity, I believe in myself.
I know a lot of people are down on him, but I'm going to stand behind him.
Hopefully figure out a way to get him out of his contract so that we don't have to do a cap hit and then find someone new. Maybe we can draft someone or do something else.
The play calling terrible. Deshaun looked terrible. Everybody looked terrible.
Well, we were thinking about Tom Brady was in town covering his first game.
he was trying to see excellence. Cleveland, we're trying to show him excellence, but we got to go out there. We got to work harder.
Hard to watch, very hard to watch.
I like these two young
Just
dudes.
like Deshaun Watson needs to start getting better. O-line too. And Nick Chubb will be back soon, so that'll help.
Yeah, they need more kids
Yeah.
on there. All right. Well, anyway, they posted up with a microphone there, cleveland.com. and-
Stop, baby! Nick Chubb, touchdown!
I'm sure this took them a long time, and the full video is only about 2.5 minutes, but they probably shot about a half an hour of video and had to, excise the drunks and expletives. But I think it would have been great if they had just, rather than edit all those people out, if they had bleeped them. That would have been fantastic, to just have one long, unbroken line of people, and bleeping their expletives.
There's so many people that put so much of their life is cheering for the Browns. You saw people lining up Saturday morning to get ready to go to the Muni lot. It looks like a small city when they're there. I drove past it.
I loved when we used to do Muni lot stuff. I didn't care if they won or lost.
It's incredible. You saw Donovan Mitchell go down there, and he was doing keg bowling with people.
Yeah.
And you see all that, and you're just like, these people are just. I love that they do that, and they're so into it, and I just want better for them.
Well, you'd like to have, even if they lose, you still had a fun party, but you'd like to have the party before and after the game.
Correct.
Right. You'd like to have a post-party along with
or even a game that looked like it was, there was a chance. Yeah. That first half was so bad. So bad. One first down in the entire first half.
I'll tell you why I'm
excited,
the Browns.
Bill. Okay,
because the Cox Out pregames are back, baby.
Yeah. When's the first one?
Next Sunday.
Oh.
Browns are See, we do them now when the Browns are away, because when they're home, we used to do them when they're home. And I go, we got to switch this up. A few years back, right? A few seasons back. And so now I go out when they're away, because that's when people really need somebody to come in with their tight end.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And do the Cox Out pregame.
That way, at least if they're out of town, they lose, they say, well, at least I met Alan Cox today.
Yeah, right. That's what we were thinking.
Even if the Browns lose, it won't be the worst thing that happened to me today, because I met Alan Cox today.
That's right. Boy, I thought Deshaun Watson was a letdown, and then I met Alan at the Parma Tavern. Yeah. So the whole schedule, there are half a dozen of them, and we're going to be playing the Bud Light Football Face-Off Tournament, by the way, which means we get one big local winner, and then that person goes to Vegas.
And they become Nicolas Cage.
Right. And then they try to get themselves to the big game in New Orleans. So, yeah, the first Cox Out pregame is this Sunday. We're going to be rotating locations. First one's at the Parma Tavern. Always love hanging out with the gang at the Parma Tavern. So that's noon to 2.